Hey guys, Dr. Dusa here, MTFUcoach.com. How are you tonight? You know, I talk a lot about longevity. That's what we're all about. In fact, my MTFU longevity YouTube site, you can see where it says the tagline, you can look and feel like a much younger man or woman and not have to do the same volume of work. I don't want to say you don't have to work as hard, because you always got to work hard. If anybody tells you, they try to sell you a program where they say you don't have to work hard, run. That's a bunch of hooey, as they say in the old days. You always got to work hard. You got to work smart, but you got to work hard. Like my motivational mentor Les Brown says, if you do what is easy, your life will be hard. And in this case, working on your body, if you go through a heartless pantomime and do what is easy, you'll get no results. You'll be wasting time, and you'll always be jumping to the next new thing. I don't want you to do that. So talking about the shoulders, we're going to talk about that tonight, and we're talking about longevity, and I'm 55. Things hurt more. I've lost a lot of cartilage. You lose range of motion. I've had a lot of surgeries. We talked about a lot of that. Most of you watching have had a lot of this stuff too. So you want to extend your longevity. You want to be able to do this until you're done on this planet, and you want to be able to do it as well as you did many years ago. There's a way to do that. You know, talking about shoulders, I'm going to show you a little circuit here tonight that you could do at home. We don't go any further than 30 or 45 minutes with weights. There's a lot of reasons for that. A lot of my blogs and writings and videos talk about that. But really, you can't go as long, you can't do the same volume, and you can't go as long as a younger person. You're just not physically or chemically equipped to do that any longer. So talking about the shoulders, you know, we talk a lot about pressing above the head. It's a very good movement, okay? In fact, I did them today at the gym. But every shoulder workout, do I do presses? No, you got to give it a rest, especially a guy like me who has had open repairs on both shoulders, torn rotator cuffs. Any orthopedic surgeon will tell you, if you have a rotator cuff repair, especially if it was a full tear, they will tell you either to not do presses above the head for a year or never do them again. Well, part of that is because of liability. Part of that is 99%, and I know this from experience in my clinical experiences, 99% of athletes, bodybuilders, crossfitters, whatever you may have, who have this situation or are told to not do something for a year, they're back at it within a month or two. So they don't necessarily screw it up really bad again, but they create problems, and for the rest of their lives, they have problems in the shoulder. And I told you in my practice, number one problem I saw was back, number two was neck, and number three was shoulder. And it's the joint that has the most range of motion, but with all that range of motion, there's a very high level of it screwing up. There's a lot of laxity there. So we got to protect that. So I'm going to show you a circuit. We do supersets now, and there's many reasons for that. Again, we don't want to go beyond 45 minutes. We want to keep high intensity, which means we go quicker. When I say quicker, it doesn't mean sloppy. Never ever be sloppy. There's always control, and there's always focus, and there's always intensity, and you always feel the movement in the muscle. That's very important. And we also want to clear out the metabolites and break down products, lactic acids, things that make the muscle burn. And this all helps growth, getting nutrients in there as well. So we want to keep the pace pretty high, which is known as intensity. All right, so we do supersets. I'm going to do 3 different exercises. I'm going to show you a little superset you can do at home. Okay, it's 3 sets of different exercises in a row, and you do it 3 times. So it's 9 sets. Should take you about 12 to 15 minutes. And that's half your workout right there. Then you do another body part. So I'm going to show you in a little bit of a, hold this as though I'm leaning. I'm building a training complex. You'll be very impressed with it right now. I'm kind of like a Papa Geppetto with what I've got going here. But still, this just goes to show you, even with the bare minimums, you can get a good workout at home. All right, so this is like I'm holding a shelf, or I'm holding a bar or a bench or something like that. You want to stabilize. I do one side at a time. And when I do the medial delt, as I told you, I activate that delt by flexing it. So I'm not lifting with the arm, I'm lifting with the deltoid. So I'll do 15 reps here, but I really focus, and I feel the burn in there right away. So this is your number 1 exercise. And for the sake of expedience, I'm going to do only one side. Okay, and the second exercise is a front raise. Okay, now ordinarily we could take dumbbells and do each side. But again, we're trying to go a little faster here with control. So we use a plate, okay? And you're gonna hold it out, and what am I gonna do? I'm gonna start by flexing the front delt and lifting up. Flexing and lifting up. And right away, no momentum. You can see, just like a hinge, nothing else moves. And that is exercise number 2. So what did we do just now? We did the front delt, medial delt. Now we have to hit the rear delt. Now we're not doing presses, and presses not really for the entire delt like you hear. It's more for the anterior and the medial, but we're hitting those anyhow, just in a different way. We're not taxing by going overhead because we don't want to do that every workout. So finally, we're going to do rear delt, and we know that we don't do this anymore like the old days. I showed you in another video, the best way to hit the rear delt is you want to flex it and you want to keep the arm close to the body. And you're going to rep these out like this, one arm at a time, one arm at a time, one arm at a time. So what did I do? 1, 2, 3. You take enough rest to regain your strength to go just as hard in the next cycle. So then I'll go back and I'll do a side delt, side lateral, front raise, and a rear delt. And then I do one more time, and that's 9 sets. You will get a killer pump. Your delts will be on fire. You will see Jesus. No, nothing like that. We don't do religion or politics here, I'm sorry. But in any event, try that out. Let me know what you think. It's really good. You can focus and get it done. And as always, I'd like to hear your thoughts, questions, considerations, and statements. Put them down below. If you think I rate a thumbs up, please hit it for me, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you very much.